May Terra's light be with you, Rogue Trader.
Let us raise our cups at Fatter, in honor of deeds accomplished and in expectation of those yet to come. Instinct bids me to remain silent. Such knowledge is not to be shared with just anyone. Only those who possess my complete trust. Fenris Hylda, et Fatter.
You want to know how and to what end I orchestrated all of this? Ask your questions. When Irimaris ordered us to lay waste to the monkey settlements, Tazara and I encountered resistance. I have hunted your kin too long not to notice how well you in particular were fending off our attacks. The rout in Tazara's arena, the appearance at the plundered vessel. Your kind are usually powerless against us, but not on that occasion. I began to suspect that you could not have managed it without outside help. Help from our side. I began sending out spies and assassins. My eyes and ears infiltrated your vessel, your cities, and they discovered a trail that led back to one of your worlds. A trail that ended with a burned monkey, the source of the information about where and when my cabal was going to strike. A little trickery to draw you away from the planet. And I had your little informant in my grasp. How the information was reaching his agents, the burned monkey himself did not even know. But based on the units involved and other details, it was clear. No monkey in real space could have gathered such specifics about raid complements and objectives. No, it was inconceivable. The information was being fed to you by my own kind, and I knew who. Irimaris Aziriesh, Archon of the Reaving Tempest, my former mistress. A cowardly bitch who punishes anyone who threatens her grip on power. I knew that to win a war against her, I would need the support of the Reaving Tempest's patron, the Cabal of the Black Heart. So I allied with Nazrake, who presided over the trial. I promised him that Irimaris would be humiliated. I promised him evidence. A lowly monkey that would disgrace Irimaris in the eyes of the Archons. For that performance, I needed you. Overthrowing an Archon is far from easy, even one who has already tarnished her reputation. Every member of a Cabal has their supporters, and Irimaris is no exception. Nazrake promised me a sham trial in the Obsidian Court with a predetermined outcome. Irimaris should have been convicted and dethroned. I was supposed to take her place and turn the Reaving Tempest into a loyal vassal of the Black Heart. Nazrake was supposed to be the axe that fell on her neck, but it fell on mine instead. It was devious and worthy of praise, but why? A secret pact with Irimaris, or is there another reason? I will tear the answer from his throat along with his final breath. It must be said that Nazrake did not have to try very hard to turn the court against me. Not after the stunt you pulled before the assembled Archons. Who? I have no idea what you saw in your stupor. The homunculus's creature does not elicit specific images. It muddles your mind, forcing it to paint suitable pictures evoking confusion or fear. Neither Tevantius nor I care about fussy monkey rituals. The lava must have created a suitable environment for you, one in which you would be more willing to answer my questions in the Obsidian Court. Of course. If I'm not mistaken, you met the infiltrator yourself. A Cabalite who left a lava from Tevantius in one of the monkey. Or did you never work out the reason for the treachery during the raid on your ship so long ago now? Then there is no need for me to mention the sleeper agents hidden on your worlds. Did you not hear me when I answered you the first time? I do not like to repeat myself. Mandrakes. A foul breed that lurks in the bowels of Commorragh. Their ability to find paths through the shadows was put to good use. I promised them forbidden trophies from the Reaving Tempest's coffers once I am Archon. Let them come for what they're owed. They will regret it. What do any of my kind do in real space? We were reaping. Commorragh was clamoring for meat. The Dark City had suffered losses in the latest disjunction. We needed sources of sweet pain to prime its minds and bodies. When the Archon bade my cabal collect the harvest from the region, I did not suspect that it would turn into this game between you and me. Conspiring? No. There was no plot between us. She merely rushed to my bait. At first, I planned to use the one you trusted, the burned monkey with whom we had spent long hours awaiting your arrival. But my cousin was so swift. Afterward, she tracked down the monkey, killed him, and took the device that he had been using to contact me. She told me what she had seen in your chambers. A piece of her home, destroyed, twisted beyond recognition, reduced to a trophy on a wall. Yes, that was the breaking point for her. The final drop in a deep well of doubt, dispelling her naive trust of Monkey once and for all. And then she came seeking answers from her dark cousin. I did not ask her to hand you over to me. No, doing that would have made my poor cousin doubt herself even more than she was already. I simply told her where to seek out the traces of her craft world and the answers to her questions. A favor for a kinswoman, nothing more. And then I made ready for your arrival. For the only way she would reach that place was with you. I know it exists. I know that my cabal found it, helpless and stationary, unable to protect its sons and daughters. I know that Iliad's kin began showing up as prisoners in the Reaving Tempest's spire, where they were fonts of exquisite, delightful pain. I spent too much time beyond the limits of our home to learn more than that. But that was enough to tempt Iliad with false hope. We've already had words. I have no reason to conceal the truth now. Iliad has outlived her usefulness to me. Watching her face as she learned the truth was priceless. When a monkey is left alone with me and my art of pain, I plunge them into a deep well of suffering from which they will do anything to escape. Your kind have fragile souls. Your convictions and principles are a delusion that lends a mirage of meaning to your lives. Achilles and I had plenty of time alone together before your arrival. When he went out to meet you, he was already mine. I bought his loyalty with a promise to never touch his body or his mind ever again. Then what else do you need? I was handed over to the witch cult to do with as they wished. First, they made me fight the dregs in the arena, and then, once they'd had their fill of my debasement, I was granted entry into the blood-stained proselytes. You cannot hope to understand the intricacies of Commorragh and how it is structured. We are all each other's allies and worst enemies here, towers of strength and duplicitous traitors both. The cults have always been half a step below the cabals in the hierarchy, and the witches relished the chance to abuse someone who once looked down on them. The continuation of my existence. When I lost my standing, I became fair game for anyone tempted by the prospect of slaying a disgraced Cabalite, for vengeance or just for the pleasure of the kill. In Commorragh, a lone Drakari is a target. My talents may be prodigious, but I held no illusions about my chances. If our conversation is finished, I had no intention of ending my days playing the role of meat in the arena. And then you blithely offered me an alliance after what I'd done to you. Why? So our interests align, for now. On a mountain of bodies, bathing in our enemies' tears and blood. Do not deceive yourself by thinking we will escape this place alive without violence. I, for one, hope that there will be plenty of it. But there is one unfortunate detail. An Arabenian has stepped into your path, one of Commorragh's tribe, who lurk in the tangle of the webway. I've heard them called harlequins in your tongue. The one that appeared in the Obsidian Court is the most dangerous and unpredictable of all. I'm beginning to think that his visit is a sign that the events unfolding around us have not been left to chance. Perhaps they are the result of interference, at the behest of the highest authority. They have not, to my deepest regret. Perhaps it is I who should try to show some initiative now. Do not keep me waiting too long. My weapon is tired of languishing in its sheath.
Rogue trader?
Yes? Good as new, Shireen. No, honest. I can breathe, and I'm not coughing up blood in people's faces anymore. You did well by me again, Shireen. Thank you. I will do my best to repay you in kind. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived on a sand-covered lump of rock, and the core of that rock contained untold riches for servants of the Imperium. And every day until she turned 16, the girl scraped out those riches with her little hands, breaking her back and coughing up her lungs on behalf of people who had never clapped eyes upon her and who would never know her name. Then his servants came and took the girl into the Astra Militarum. The girl worked her little ass off until she met the Kasbalika and started living the high life in her little corner of the Imperial Guard. And that high life almost cost the girl her head when she came under investigation by the Officio Prefectus and Departamento Munitorum. So she fled to the Expanse. I swear on the grave of my drunkard father who sold me into the mines, and on the lives of the 11 siblings I never had, Shireen. Ah, literacy. My blessing and my curse. I nagged every highborn who visited our barracks on their highborn business. I pored over stamps on crates in the warehouse and the seals on every door. Watched the commanders do paperwork and volunteered to help. That's how I learned, one step at a time. And then literacy became my ticket to a comfortable life. Oh, so many things, Shireen. I'm struggling to keep track of them all. I told you the truth about the Expanse, and not a single word of it was a lie. What I told you about footfall and Vladayam and how we do business in these parts, all true. Don't get me wrong, the apple of my weary eye. There are two things in this life that I dislike: looking back at the past and having someone pry into my soul without asking. Like I had a choice, Shireen. I know better than to bite the hand that pours my amasak. Sir, yes, sir, your ladyship, Shireen. I'll be here, all primed and ready to go.
You came back from the dark, Elentark? Unharmed. So says a butterfly struggling in the dark city's web. I will be...
It will take some time. I can heal grievous wounds and correct disfigurement, but remake my nerve endings from scratch. Such delicate and painstaking work is beyond my capabilities. Every day with you brings new challenges. Regrettably, little. Commorragh is the city of the Drukhari, the sprawling Xenos domain built in the very plexus of the webway. This is the home of their cabals, and the launch point for their raids into real space. The Xenos' most supreme leaders dwell within the shadows of this place, and this is where the Drukhari bring their bounty, as they have brought us. I would tell you more, but I can't. Not because of the prohibitions of the Inquisition, but because the information is fragmentary and unverified. Based on what we have learned here, we are in the prison of one of the arenas where the Drukhari killed their prisoners as public entertainment. These Xenos feed off pain, which means that entertainments like this are not a whim, but a necessity for these abominations. They need pain more than they need air to breathe, and so these performances must be held unceasingly, and raids to acquire new victims must continue without interruption. I cannot offer a ready-made escape plan, but I do know that the Drukhari are constantly vying and warring with one another. Their chiefs take pains to keep their servants from complete mutual destruction. If you can find a way to exploit their personal feuds, we might have the faintest chance of survival, and an opportunity to slip away. By the throne! Why have you still not put the Xenos to death? First treachery, and now the murder of an agent of the Golden Throne. What will it take for you to act? A knife in your own heart? Allow me to state the most likely version of events. The Xenos Iliad embarked on a plot with the Xenos Maragi. Achilles discovered said plot and paid for it with his life. And afterward, they fed you this poorly concocted tale to exonerate the enemies of humanity of wrongdoing. Do you actually want to hear what I have to say on the topic? Or was that just a polite turn of phrase that demands only an equally polite and insincere, "You are mistaken, Lord Captain"? Worse. I hope you do not need me to tell you that taking any Drukhari into your retinue is a stunt that falls somewhere between blasphemous heresy and incredible foolishness, let alone a Drukhari who has already succeeded in bringing myriad calamities down on our heads. I cannot imagine even one good reason why you should have taken this step, but I can think of plenty of bad ones, and that is what alarms and troubles me. Iliad is directly responsible for us being lured into her kin's trap. They plotted against us together. That she herself ended up a captive only shows how nefarious and brutal these creatures are by their very nature. Whatever story she spun you, it was the height of naivety to believe it. If I may be candid, I have certain reservations about Ulfar. There is no question that he is one of the Astartes, the divine warriors of the Emperor, and his help will be invaluable in our attempts to escape Commorragh. However, as chapters go, the Space Wolves are extremely distinctive. I can't reveal all that I know without breaking the prohibitions of the Inquisition, but I'm asking you, be careful when dealing with the warrior. The Emperor protects.
Let us not dawdle.
Speak now.
I don't like that.
I always have a backup plan.
And done.
Keep your wits about you. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. Is there money to be made?
Trading is just like art. It takes skill and talent.
Move your disgusting presence out of existence!
Scorn the pain. Not enough!
See how strong you become the All-Father's worthy instrument! So it shall be. Is on the hunt.
I will drag you into oblivion with me. Behold! Oh, I don't think so. Watch! Behold!
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. Who, if not me?
For the throne's glory. Let's see to it.
I refuse.
Moving into position.
Leto, we're undertaking this task. The order is clear. Let's test our skills, Leto. One of us would be enough. It won't take long.
Tell me, and it is done. Commands are more pleasant to give than to follow. Two are better than one. Am I getting paid for this? Jai Haydari. Remember the name. You jest, surely. This battlefield air is good for my lungs. I can do that, with the right incentive.
It would be beneath me to be tempted. And why would I do that?
Arbitrator judges. The order is clear. You've got a job to do, Leto.
But of course, Lord Captain. Naturally, nothing stands against me. Not sanctioned to do this. For the throne's glory. Let's see to it.
Arbitrators are made of plastic.
Corpse play! None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father. Feel the icy bite of death! The fame-hungry come.
I am not a vessel for pain. I am its master. With grace and manners. Perfect killing strike. I will savor your delectable anguish. Don't distract.
I'll make it happen.
It is handled. With grace.
Take cover. Now!
Balakin. Is that my blood?
Inquisition sends their regards.
I won't object to it. Naturally. But of course, Lord Captain. I won't object to it.
Did my luck finally run out?
The guilty will fall. Glato, we're undertaking this task. Mark the target. Let's test our skills, Glato. One of us would be enough. I'll take it as a priority.
No! You can't be dead!
It's as good as done.
The order is clear.
I definitely need a drink. Or a medikit.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I'm ready for whatever comes. I won't stand for it. I refuse. My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I won't compromise my principles. On it.
Everyone, step aside.
Who, if not me? You don't belong in this galaxy! I'll make it happen.
I challenge you, Danget. Wolves reign!
That death won't be
Don't distract me. Revel in your terror! With grace, a euphoria and anguish!
Accepted. won't take long.
Woe to you.
Leto, we're undertaking this task.
Your last stroke of luck. You will pay for this This strike.
For the throne's glory. I won't do that. I need a foothold. Your reckoning is due. I won't object to it. Nothing stands against me. Naturally. Alas, no. Let's see to it. For the throne's glory.
Our foes reek of cowardice. So it shall be. My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin. See how the wolf succeeds.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. Best defense is a good offense. I'll see to it, personally. I refuse. On it. I'll make it happen.
A moving target lives longer.
Your skill is lacking.
How about no? Watch my back. Commands are more pleasant to give than to follow. You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
When Fenris is in battle, who shall bleed? Feel the icy bite of death!
It is not a useless plaything. Broken already? grace and malice. Don't distract me.
Orders supersede pain. Let's test our skills, Gleito. One of us would be enough. Even my dog wouldn't do that.
I'll show you the real pain.
Moving into position.
Your skill is lacking.
Understood. The Lex is inescapable.
Killing stride, take you. Get me a target.
I'll show you the real pain.
I won't object to it. Naturally. Not sanctioned to do this. But of course, Lord Captain.
The wolf is on the hunt. So shall it be. Cubs play. Don't dishonor the wolf.
Vengeance will be swift.
Give this task to someone lesser. The fame-hungry come. My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin. Wolves reign. So it shall be. I challenge you, damn it!
Who, if not me?
Skill is lacking.
It's as good as done.
See, my hand is thunder! My strike is ruin!
I'll make it happen.
Living on the edge.
Watch. With grace a euphoria of anguish! Behold, kneel before me, Bracy!
Tenfold.
Two are better than one.
Another enemy down.